Ah, that does work. Ah. Alrighty. Looks like we're live. Hi, Allie. Started a little early yet. I am just setting up. Oh, let me make sure I have the volume up here too. Yeah, just setting up, so I'm not the most awake person right now. So this takes me a little bit. Here we go. It looks like it says we're live. Okay, and I have camera. Fantastic. Sorry about the camera quake. Bugger. There we go. Let's set it on that painting for now. Hi, Med Brooker. Oh, yuck. Hi, Celestial Rogue. How are you guys doing? I'm going to edit this for a moment, so I'll be missing out on comments. I'll be a little slow on comments for a moment. So I have to edit the description and do all that stuff and watch my computer freeze up. The computer in my art room, of course, has got to freeze up quite a bit, you know, because it's old. It is very, very old. Oh, come on. There we go. Now I can edit. Playlists. Yeah, sorry that this ends up being the slow part of this whole thing. Okay. And back to YouTube. Setting up is always the worst, and I feel so embarrassed. ASMR typing. The kitties are doing awesome, actually. Boy, I didn't realize I have the camera angled at my box of jewelry supplies that I tossed everything into the top of that case, but I'm going to have to package things up and put them away again because there's so many kitten things to play with there. Yeah, those two are doing so fantastic. They're out and about right now, so there'll probably be cat visitations. Especially when I start playing with the wool, since some of their toys are made out of the wool that I'm using, so we'll see. We will find out. Okay, I'm just sharing across platforms. I don't care about bookmarks on Twitter. Just let me go and share this. Daggone it. I love how you have to have all the instructional stuff, you know. There. Okay. Now I can see again. So, what we're doing, we're supposed to be having storms today here, but there's clouds in the sky. I kind of wish it would storm because then I won't have to go out and water my garden. And I felt so crappy because yesterday I went out to water my garden before work and realized that I had left my outside water on for probably a week. I forgot to shut it off, and it was dripping constantly out of one connector that doesn't seal up right. I was not happy about that. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to, not have my water bill go absolutely bat crazy, but, I had to do that. I gotta find my good needles here, so ASMR bag rummaging. We're not gonna let Amber go on that one. Crap, where are my needles? The hard part is I've been having so many cat visitations up on my desk. Because we have a litter box in here for now, and while the kittens will still be getting kitten food for a year, I have to keep this big pen in here so that their food can be separate. So when it's time to eat, I can put them in there and they'll be fine. And the boys won't get their food because the boys don't need kitten food with milk in it, So I don't know why I'm carrying a ton of the eyelash yarn with me. Wraith, why are you trying to get into my closet? Really, cat? Yeah, I make dragon eyelashes out of this yarn here. And dolls and stuff, and it just lasts forever. I probably should do some lashes on this doll, too. But I think I'm going to tuck this eyelash yarn in the dollhouse because the cats won't get in that. Shove a pony in front of it. Watch me never find that eyelash yarn again. Alright, so I have a container of needles in here somewhere. I did say I was going to start at 7. Yeah, Thomas was in the room and he's back out again. They'll be back and forth. Well, this is why I said I'd start at 7, because I knew I was not going to be fully prepared. Hazards of sleeping during the day and working nights. For my larger figures, oh no, I said 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's only 6:44. Anyway, for my larger figures, I'll do a wire armature and then wrap with a really strong lamb's wool. This is 85% wool and 15% mohair, and I can felt right into it. And so that works out really, really nice. Where is my container of needles? Because if I end up losing... Oh, it's right in front of me. It's right here. Okay. Oh, wow, 8 months. Nice. I took photos of, I can't share it because it's patient family, but I took photos of the mom holding the uncle for these 2 kittens. And the uncle's almost a year old, and he is a giant cat already, since they're all part Maine Coon. This cat is just humongous, and they say that they don't stop growing till about 5 years old. Well, the problem is even though that these these are, you know, have another cat breed mixed in or short hair or something. I don't know. They still are somewhat inbred because of the way the colony was. So there's a lot of Maine Coon blood in there. They're going to be huge cats. Balam's already tremendously big for just being 8 weeks or whatever he's at now. He's huge. Sorry, drinking Diet Mountain Dew. Diet. Gotta come to life. Okay. Story behind this painting. I don't have the printout right now of this photo that I took years ago of Mom and this little boy. His face is a little different because of all the medical stuff that was wrong with him. This is the boy that passed away in May. He was 9 years old and had caught a virus that they were not able to vaccinate him against. And, you know, he had been on life support and stuff. I took care of him when he was 6 months for about 5 years old, somewhere in there, where I couldn't lift him anymore. So doing this painting for the family. And I'm not doing this one live because it's just so personal to me that it just feels really weird. So I don't feel right about doing it live. Sorry about the camera shaking. If I don't drink Diet, I'll be into the sugar stuff. So it is what it is. You know, at least I have to watch my blood sugars, which I'm not very good about. And I definitely have to watch my calories, which I'm better about watching my calories. But, you know, trying to lose the weight and stuff. And if I don't have some sort of caffeine other than tea, I make my tea really strong, but it just still isn't enough. At least the Diet Mountain Dew. I was such a heavy Mountain Dew drinker for a really, really large number of years, which is why I had gained so much weight. That at least the Diet Mountain Dew makes me feel like I'm getting something. But most of the time I drink Crystal Light and stuff like that. The only reason why we're kind of going through the Mountain Dew right now in part is because they've got that thing where you collect all 50 states and you get money from it. We're on I think we're heading on our sixth turn-in, which is $600. So, yeah. Yeah, so... But it does make me feel like I'm getting something and I'm not gaining the weight from it, so. All right, so we're gonna change the camera angle down and focus on the sketch pad, or on the felt pad here. Darn camera quakes, I swear. Trying to angle the stand, sorry. Occasionally you will be hearing scratching in the background. Like I said, we had to put a separate cat box upstairs because for some reason we have the downstairs partly blocked because the kittens are so small yet, and that's where the big kitty litter box is. But we blocked it off with just a box that's not even 2 feet high. And it turns out that the boys think that this is a barrier to the edge of the world, so to speak, and they won't go down there. So we had to go and, while the kittens are loose, put the cat box up here in my craft room. Yeah, the painting is acrylic. Again, my style, I started out with oils and it looks like oils, you know. That's just what it is. Oh, I have Oscar sitting over by the painting of... Get off of the wolf, Wraith! Get down! Oh my god. Anyway, Oscar was sitting by the painting of the Dragon of Marduk, and Wraith just jumped on the wolf head sculpture to try to get at the stuffy of Lucas the spider from YouTube. hubby and I had to support Lucas the spider. It's Lucas, but of course Wraith wants it. So he made the entire plaster sculpture wiggle. So sorry about yelling at the cat. Okay, good. My volume's not too bad on the music. Art summer camp. Oh, that would be fun. I actually want to get my best friend's daughter is my assistant for face painting. And I want to be able to do a training session with her and her mom, just to, you know, go out and either we paint the ceramics for one. Her mom and I have known each other for 41 years now. And I want to take her to go ceramics painting. We were supposed to go and hotel it and do a casino and do ceramics and stuff, but I ended up, you know, with the job loss and everything, I was going to pay for all of it, and we didn't get to go. Still can't afford to go. Still catching up on everything, you know. So it's probably going to be a year delayed, because I still want to do it. We met when we were 11, but with my friend's daughter, I want to just be able to do a day where we just go and paint, and I work on teaching her shading and stuff like that. And I had learned a different technique from Jasmine Beckett Griffith, who does the big-eyed fairy art, and she has a studio at Disney World and all of this, but it's just not my technique. It's not me. Oh yeah. Well, that's part of why I face paint too, is because a lot of kids will sit there and watch me, and adults will sit there and watch me face paint too, and they have a lot of fun with it. So we're going to work on sculpting her body some more today, and at least get her started. We're going to sculpt the naked form, and then probably the next time I'm going to start adding the beadwork and stuff, and we'll style her crazy wild hair and everything. So yeah, one of my little trolls here. It's like giving her the curly hair. It's kind of fun. This yarn is curled alpaca that somebody dyed, and it was their leftovers that they had auctioned off on eBay, and I thought the colors were really interesting, so I grabbed it. Oh, sorry. What do you want? You can't play with that. I know you want to play with that. Yeah, I know you want to play with that. Hi, baby. What do you want, baby? You know, I could needle felt your fluff. Yeah. Let's see if we can turn the camera a moment. There's Chill. Chill. There she is. She's getting those long Maine Coon tufts on her. Yeah, she's cutie. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Chill. Naked troll. Oh my gosh, we need to submit that to a group called Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers. Naked troll. Which I guess I found out some of them are intending on glitter bombing me. And it's like, well, you know, as long as they realize that I don't want, you know, a bunch of stuff that the cats are going to get into, and that I am probably going to open an unmarked package inside a plastic bag so I can collect all the glitter and make something fabulous with it. So, you know, if they want to waste the money, otherwise just donate to a charity. I mean, seriously. That probably would be more effective. But, you know, people are the way people are. But yeah, I'd collect up all that glitter and then make something with it. Because as long as you're able to open it contained, it's not going to explode all over the place. There, I think that's going to be enough hair for her, actually. Maybe if we do one more down the front. No, that's enough. Oh, cute. Chell, I misplaced the body I had for her, but that's okay. There it is. Oh, I have both kittens up here now. Hi, Balam. I think that one was Chell. So hard to tell until they face forward. Hey. Hey. Meh. Balam. Hey. Over here. Hi, baby. He's getting aloof like his uncle. His uncle is the most mellow, huge cat. Someday I'm going to have a really good camera stand. There. They're so cute. Can I... This is going to be difficult, isn't it? You two want off the chair. Hi. Are you stuck? Mentally? Oh, come here. No, let go of the chair. There you go. There you go, baby. Yeah, there you go, baby. Okay, you go down. Go find your sister. Oops. All right, now to grab the partial troll body I had ready. The chair rolled up part of the rug here, and I stepped on it and thought I stepped on a kitten. I just about freaked out on camera, guys. There, got rid of that buckle. I can move my chair around a little bit. Okay, so where I'm starting, this was the first troll that I ever sculpted. He's actually, I think, the second sculpture I ever did. And I'm kind of developing a whole storyline off of these guys. And so he's really little, and I made him a saddle to ride one of my dragons that I carry to the Renaissance Festival too. But I've noticed that my trolls have gotten a little bit larger. This one's pretty much a full-size doll. So I want to figure out what position to have her in before I start sculpting her. And get that camera out of the reach of my hands here. I'm not exactly sure what kind of position I'm going to have her in. There we go. That's better. Thank you. I used to, when I was 15 years old is when I started making miniatures. And, well, I made them for Barbies before that, but I started doing doll houses. And then the doll houses that I had restored that were handmade went to a handicapped family that they had no money and stuff. And they were up in Duluth, Minnesota. So I donated some really massive doll houses. They were playhouses, but I still had a lot of fun making the miniatures and stuff to go with them. So I've been at it for quite some time. Well, let's see. What do we want to do with you here? This is the tricky part. Because once I get this locked in, since she isn't going to have an armature, I'm going to be kind of stuck with her position. I'm thinking if I tilt her head to the side a little bit, it's going to kind of give her a little more personality. So I think that's where we're going to go. I don't know what those two are into. So I'm just going to give a little bit of wool in between. They don't have much on the way of a neck. And because I don't want them to look completely human. So in this case, I'm going to roll it up a little bit and then we'll felt it together. Let me get some lotion on my hands here. Oh, I have a couple furniture kits somewhere. I might have sold them, I don't know. But, hey, don't climb that canvas. Some days. Being a feline mom, it's hard. No, with working with wool, you got to really, really make sure that you have your hands lotioned up really well. Mine are not dry because of the wool. My hands are very dry and ripped apart because of soap and whatever else I have that's going on. Which I have a doctor's appointment on the 26th. Because of the all over body pain and everything too. Trying to figure out if it's going to be, you know, if I have rheumatoid going full blown or something. Hi Marty, welcome aboard. So, got to figure out what's going on there because my skin peels off. It looks really bad. My hands are raw continuously, which is why I'm not wearing any more than my wedding ring, and most of the time that has to come off too. Otherwise, I'm miserable. So right now, protecting my hands is like the biggest thing. Right now, I'm trying to shape enough of a neck here. For anyone new to needle felting, use these big barbed needles. Oh, thank you, Cecile. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it is listed as ectopic dermatitis, or eczema, but the problem is that the medications that they've had me on before for it are not working, and it's going past eczema. Sometimes it acts like psoriasis, but most of the time it's acting like it's a form of rheumatoid that's doing it. And my skin will, it scales and then comes off and it's down to the meat, and it's extremely painful. And some days I can't close my hands. It's getting hard to open jars. It's getting hard to use syringes that work for medications. Everything. It's really rough. And I know the dermatologist I'd been to before said that if it were to progress, that I'd eventually be on immune suppressants. And if that's the case, I'm more than likely not going to be working because I deal with sick, very sick kids and they get sick all the time. So immune suppressants would be kind of a career killer for me. All right, here's the tricky part, is trying to attach. At least if I get the initial attachment in, then I can start manipulating her body and getting, boy, that sounded really slightly risque there. At least then I can start figuring out her positioning and sculpt accordingly. But I just got to get that initial attachment in. Anyway, these super long needles, If you haven't dealt with animal fibers, that includes human fibers, because, well, we are animals. The nature of an animal fiber is that under a microscope, if you look at it, the keratin forms little scales. And it's only in animal fibers. So if you take something like this, which is a barbed needle, and you poke all of this together, what's going to happen is you can take just random fluff like this and shape it and lock those shapes together, and it'll form figures. And that's because this barbed needle will lock all those scales that you see under the microscope together. What's the strange fact, Marty? This would be absolutely nightmarish sounding under an ASMR microphone, wouldn't it? I was in a live hangout once doing this while talking to other people. And people were asking in the comments what that fapping sound was. Oh, I love working with fibers. I mean, this is just so much fun for me. I do weaving and stuff, and I work a lot with hemp and braiding and things. And I mean, I still paint and I make jewelry and stuff, but I love, and I do chainmail, but I love combining fibers with all sorts of things. It's just a lot of fun for me. I have a giant branch from a yew tree that a bow maker gave me, and I have to weave into that yet, and that's gonna have bones and a deer skull attached to it and stuff. Already painted on the deer skull a long time ago on a live stream. Hi, Princess. Oh, it's not wasabi. I thought it was a horseradish. Hi, Dagon. Yeah, I'm just making little troll dolls. Horseradish-based concoction that's injected with green food coloring. Oh, yeah, I suspected that because usually, you know, I had read a while back that wasabi in America usually is horseradish. So that doesn't surprise me. It's got that horseradish flavor to it. Because I grew up eating that. Dagon, you're not the first one to say voodoo doll. Well, I mean, she's got a head, you know. I don't even know what the end result is going to be. She's going to have to be clothed, and it's going to be more natural clothing, and then beadwork done in her hair and stuff, and have her hair completely styled up, and you know, so there's a lot of work to go on one of these dolls. And I'm probably going to be selling her at Pagan Pride, is my guess. But I'm trying to think of what to do for legs and stuff, how I'm going to position her. Not exactly sure. I want her bright and happy. But right now, it's just make sure that this is a very, very solid lock here so that she doesn't come apart. Some of my dolls go to kids, but most of them are so expensive that no. The smaller ones are not expensive, of course, but my dragons for sure. I have Cecilia, my big dragon, up for sale for $450, and that is me paying for shipping, of course, on my Etsy. But yeah, Yeah, smaller ones. I sell some even from $5. Like I have Halloween pumpkins with that are just pumpkins that I'll sell to 5 to 10 depending on the size, and ones with faces are 10 to 15, and it goes up from there. Oh, thank you, Blue. My husband made this bracelet. This is dragon scale. This is copper and aluminum. And he used 3 different colors of reds in the aluminum scales, which are hidden inside the weave. And then the copper, of course, is the whole outside. And this is a very heavy bracelet. Yes, Marty. The appendages are very secure. Not so much on Tupper here, but you can see I have some manipulation. But I also had no idea what I was doing back then. I had to refelt him a few times. They won't handle up to being torn apart by a cat. Discovered that. But, you know, for my really large, for the dragons and stuff, I wire all of their appendages, but I've done a couple My Little Ponies that you're able to manipulate them to a point where they can stand, and they handle kids pretty well, actually. As long as they're not being, you know, really roughly handled or anything. It's not as sturdy as stitching, sewing together fabric to make a plushie or anything. Oh, this would be... Oh, yeah, I've seen pictures of how frogs' eyes go really weird when they're swallowing. I'm in Minnesota. Oh, good, no hail, so your car didn't get nailed there, Mudbrooker? I will do that. I will start a figure from scratch with wire work and show how I do armatures for needle felting, because it's quite the process. I have to do the wireframe and then I wrap it with wool yarn and secure all the wires together and everything, and that also gives me a base to needle felt to. And so my dragons all are wired on the inside, and I'll do that as another video. That was one I wanted to cover anyway. So there we go. She's got kind of a up look there. Wraith, you can't have my lotion there. I know it smells great. Ah. Yeah, it looks like we were gonna get hail the one day and it didn't happen, so my gardens come through pretty good too. If it doesn't storm here tonight, I'm gonna have to go back outside and water before work. I wasn't gonna live stream tonight, but I've been so down, I needed to just sit and visit with people and make myself feel a little better. I'm such an extrovert, and with my work schedule, I don't really get to go anywhere and do anything because I'm so exhausted. And it's really hard for me to not be around people, so I appreciate you guys coming to visit me tonight. That's the other thing I'm going to address too, though, is I've been getting a bit more and more depression, and so that's one of the things I want to talk to my doctor about. Oh, wow. Pilversome blue, and is it Zandam? Yeah, Marty, what's the other fact? Let's work on some arms. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Oh, you're kidding. You mean the one that we have now, not because I know the original wasn't. All right, what do I want to do here? I think I'm gonna build up her body so she's kind of sitting a little more curled, so she get a little coquettish look to her. So let's make her a butt. I'm crafting butts on YouTube. So you can see I just started with regular fluff, and this is what's going to happen to it. Just keep going until you get the shape. And I've made a ton of cat toys and everything else doing this. They don't last as long as cat toys because cats like to really shred and thumper them because it smells like an animal, so it really gets their predatory instincts going crazy. Speaking of crazy, I heard something. Oh. Oscar trying to find a place to sleep on my desk. Night, Dagon. Yeah, go ahead and have fun with the trivia here. I like it. Just at this point building a base to extend her body out some more. Oh yeah, I know about the cockroaches. Cockroaches are gross. When I was pregnant with my son, I lived in this apartment building that some people in the apartment below me had moved out and nobody knew about it, and they had 8 kids that they left alone, really young ones, all day long in that apartment. And so before CPS could show up, they just ducked and ran and took everything with, and left insane piles of garbages and dirty diapers and everything else. And all of a sudden, we had cockroaches in our apartment. And so I went to the rental office and I told them that I had cockroaches, and the manager said, well, you're gonna have to prove it. So I went back to my apartment, and that night I had a Ziploc bag all ready to go just in case, and there went a cockroach running across my stove. I just reached out and grabbed it and shoved it in the bag. Just picked it up. So then I double bagged it, and the next morning I went to the office and dropped the Ziploc bag on the manager's desk and said, is that a cockroach? She's like, yeah, you have cockroaches. So that's when they discovered what happened in the apartment below me. So in the meantime, they get ready and they said we had to box up and bag up everything we had in plastic bags and seal it and have it in the center of the room, and they were going to completely fumigate the apartment because by this point it had gotten that bad. And then they turn around, and the company that was going to do the fumigation said, and you can't be in the apartment for a few weeks if you're pregnant. And I just had this suspicion. So got the pregnancy test, and sure enough, I was pregnant with my second one. And so the day that they treated for the cockroaches is when I found out I was pregnant with my son, which he thinks is hilarious. But it turned out all they did after putting us through all of that work, all they did was go and put the little gel stuff in the corners of cupboards and stuff to get rid of them. I was so mad. But I found out I was pregnant. Yeah, I'm having a bad time though. I have done some binging myself, and lately I've been really bad again, and I think it's just my mood has not been helping things at all. And like today, again, I'm having trouble breathing, and it was that way yesterday, and one of the kids I've been around is a little sick, so I'm hoping I didn't catch something or I'm coming down with something. But the heat index and the humidity is not helping me. I have asthma and reactive airway disease, and I'm just pretty miserable. And so trying to work out when you can't breathe is rough, but I work out minimum 4 days a week, so it kind of counters the eating issue I have. And we have kind of a limited income too, so trying to eat all the good stuff I should be eating is not the most affordable. Honestly, you know, I do a lot of beans, and I do a lot of you know, brown rice and stuff like that, but also other things that are affordable, like ramen, because it is a thing, and I'd like to try keto, but at this point it is not affordable in the slightest. And then I'm sure my medications are screwed up too, because, you know, I'm taking the estrogen and the thyroid and everything, and I'm just not feeling much better, so I have a feeling my labs are gonna be really out of whack, and I'm gonna have my meds adjusted again. Yes, it is, Blue. You can turn the sound back on. I don't do as much writing now. I used to do a lot of it. Right now it's just, when I do write, it's working on the stories regarding the trolls here and children's books. Yeah, he's safe. I used to do a lot of writing, and that kind of helped me survive some pretty bad shit. Boy, I'm swearing like a fiend tonight. I normally don't swear on my videos or my live streams, but boy, I'm a bad girl tonight. Yeah, one of the characters I had that I wrote about for years, I started with her when I was 11. And she had risen from slavery on this fantasy world, and eventually ended up dying and becoming one of the goddesses. But I would work on her story all the time, and there were times that I'd look in the mirror and see her and not see myself, and I think that's how I just survived everything. Well, because other people can say that tell him in chat that he's safe, sweetie. No, Marty, you can keep dropping facts. I don't mind. It's fun. No, like right now we got the air on in here and I am sweltering. I mean, it's just... I'm dressed cool and I'm sitting right next to the air vent and I'm just feel like I'm sweating like crazy. Oh yeah. Sorry, I had to take a drink here. Hi, Paranoia. Back, dear. Trying to give our lady body here. Whoops. Well, you think YouTube would have demonetized me if I'd have drew my own blood on camera? I had my finger on the other side where the needle went all the way through. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing okay. Capping every word? Yeah. Except they, you know, YouTube might turn around and say that, you know, it's promoting bad behaviors or something, you know. Have you guys heard that at VidCon they talked about... Oh, yes. We have 2 kittens that we found feral. They're 8 weeks old now. We had to bottle feed them. They barely had their eyes open when we found them in a shed. They were both really, really cold. I didn't know if they were going to make it. And then we have 2 big cats. And that's it. So, and I used to show horses a long time ago. And of course I was 105 pounds then, you know, because I was in high school and riding horses every day and cleaning barn every day and going to school, and I was in a lot better physical shape than I am now by a long shot. And I also had where my food was being tightly controlled, what I could eat and when and everything. But I could go through and eat a gigantic steak and then go sleep on the floor. But I was burning so many calories. I had like no body fat. I looked anorexic. And once I got into college and could afford to buy my own food, I just went crazy, and that was the end of it. And then I kind of used food as a shield when I was in my first marriage. Okay. 47 kilograms. Yeah, 2.2 pounds per kilo. Yeah, my highest, I know I was probably closer to 265 or somewhere in there, and that was on my wedding day and to Tezcatlipoca there. And so now I still float between, I was now floating between 216 and 211 depending on the day. And unlike our girl, I do tend to get swollen and stuff, but I'm on estrogen, and so yeah, the, you know, fluid buildup, and if I have too much salt, it's gonna build up, you know. So there, I don't have her lower body looking like a piece of male anatomy. Yay! Just trying to get a really good shape to her. So I want to be able to make her sit up too, so balancing her is going to be a real challenge. she's gonna have to probably, thinking if I do her legs like this, I had thought about having her stand up like a full doll, but I don't know if I want to do that. All right, night, Marty. Have a good night for me. Get some sleep. The time here is 7:31 p.m. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I'm gonna keep her sitting, because she's got a little sass to her. I kind of like it. But it's gonna be a trick trying to figure out how I'm gonna... I suppose I could do that. Let me grab something really quick here. Go around the cat pen. Well, there went a box of tarot cards. There went some bells. I must organize again. Problem with art rooms, they're always under organization. I have this little chair. Let's see if I can, whoops. You guys aren't going to be able to see it too well, but if I have her sitting, I'd have to sell the chair with her. Which wouldn't be bad because I can set up the whole chair as a natural setting for her. Yeah, okay. That gives me an idea. I see those little chairs at, you know, like various flower shops and stuff, or antique stores and collectibles and stuff, and I go and I buy them up for the dolls. Oh, 2:30 in the morning. Yikes. That's late. Paranoia. I love it. That would be too funny. Oh my gosh. I don't want to get, you know, get that kind of wrong idea though. I want to start out with making her really big feet. So trolls all have big feet. I got kind of bunny feet. My drawings, they're a little bit like rabbits. I said this in my last stream, is that's how they hide, is they look like the random bunnies in your yard if you don't have the right magic to see them as they are. Not that kind of troll, princess. That's too funny. Oh, please draw me like one of your French girls. Just keep stabby, 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 stabby until it gets tighter and tighter and tighter and becomes something. And I used to have to wear finger guards all the time. I'm better now. Yes. And I'm only 5 foot tall, so, you know, I'm not tall. I probably would have slept better today if Thomas Wraith hadn't kept waking me up. I'm just kind of really exhausted, and I shouldn't be. Pretty sure that's still meds, though. The Dunking Dutchman. Oh, yes. Oh, we have some fun kitten cuddles that happen around here. And they really like to sleep on Tezcat's chest. He's got the chair that reclines, you know, the computer chair that reclines all the way back. So they get to have a nice person bed to lay on, which is going to be really fun when those cats are, you know, like 15, 20 pounds. It's going to be hilarious. The MS will not keep hubby cold, because there will be cats. Big blanket of cats. This is just a really thick foam under here. Sometimes you can buy like a pad that's made with a really thick bristle brush, and some people use that. I just do fine with the foam. Works well for me. Move this a moment. Almost tossed the troll. There we go. Just using the edge of the foam right now just to support it while I work on it. I have to keep moving the mouse and checking this, otherwise this computer drops to screensaver. Walnut bowls? I don't know who Minute Bowl is. Oh, that would be cool, Paranoia. You need to get a Maine Coon. Always toss the trolls. What is the median height in the United States? Oh, happy Nzinga. Happy Friday, Nzinga. English. I know how to speak it. Trying to shape a leg. English and gooder English. Yes, exactly. What I'm doing is just packing this and shaping it further and further so it's going to get tighter and tighter. And when I am going to glue stuff and wire things to that chair and stuff, but she is going to be able to be picked up and taken off of the chair. Yeah, I don't see any problem, Princess. You're doing pretty good. Oh, I work with a lady from the French-speaking part of the border of Ghana and Nigeria. And so her French has a very interesting accent, and of course her English has got an interesting accent. She's a lot of fun to work with, but sometimes I have to ask her to repeat things because she'll start speaking so fast. And it's really hard to understand. Oh, yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch could read me the phone book and I would be just sitting there going, oh. That's an accent. I dated a Marine pilot that he took French in high school and then college, and he said it was like talking with marbles in your mouth. And so my son has taken French too, so that he took French so he could sing along to songs in French. It's pretty funny. And then of all the languages my mother knows, she doesn't like French. Well, it depends on the German that they're singing. Like, if you listen to German metal, it almost comes across as a little demonic. dass dich die Engel hüten all, die in dem schönen Himmel sind. Gute Nacht, gut Nacht, mein feines Lieb. Gute Nacht, schlaf wohl, mein Kind. Forgot what lullaby that is. Yeah, German is porn. Yes, it is. I understand more German than I speak. It was my first language, but it got to a point where it wasn't allowed to be spoken in the household anymore after my grandmother died, and then I had to take it again, and I had to pay for it in college for my nursing program, but that was really annoying. It's like, gee, thanks, Mom. Could have taught me that. Ow. Well, there we go. We got blood. Oh, I got myself good there. I'm warm, obviously. Shoot, and he's got a kitten on him. Do I have paper towel in here? Yes, I do. Wunderbar. Okay, gotta pause a minute. The sacrifice can now begin. Yeah, she did. I heard she did suspend her social media. I wonder what's going on because her video uploads are a month behind. Yeah, so I've been wondering what's going on, unless her doctor, if she's serious and she's in weight loss treatment, her doctor might be telling her to, you know, stay off of social media. That's possible too. Because I know in the psych hospital we didn't allow, of course the internet wasn't a thing yet, but email and bulletin boards were, and we did not allow inpatients to use those services at all, because they would find people that would help feed into their delusions and stuff like that. So, you know, it might be under the advice of a doctor that she's doing this, because Eugenia Cooney was the same way. She ended up in inpatient treatment and she disappeared for a while. Which, by the way, she's come back and she looks a lot better. She's got some weight on her again. But it was just amazing to me. I saw Eugenia's before pictures today, and she looked like this beautiful goth girl, you know. And then her anorexia pictures where she looked like a skeleton, and now with the weight back on her bones, she's actually changed her facial structure where she looks almost Asian now, just by the starvation she was going through. It's just amazing what that does to change your look even when you get healthier. It's not the same person. So it'll be interesting to see if Amber is in treatment. It'll be interesting to see what she comes out looking like when she loses weight. Oh, Blue, I do have that video of me on that glider thing, or that elliptical. I still do that every day, and if my ankles don't handle it, then I go onto the exercise bike or do a combination of both, and I'm lifting weights again. So I'm pretty overweight, but I'm trying. But yeah, I've seen some overweight people, you know, trying, and Yeah, well, Amber, I'm not. That's the thing is, she's got. I mean, you look at her, you know she's got mental health problems. So it's hard. With some of them that she's listed, it's really hard to, you know, determine what is her illness and what isn't. I technically, Blue, I'm morbidly obese because of being 5'1" and I'm still over 200 pounds. There, got the blood to stop. That ran pretty good. I got myself really good. I could have checked my blood sugar on that one. Oh wow, Mudbrooker. Hubby did that too. He lost 100 pounds working at Domino's at the pizza place. Because he was driving delivery and, you know, you're running stairs, you're running here, you're running there. They'd have no time to eat, and he just shed the weight off. I would do a lot more weightlifting if I was allowed to do weightlifting. I'm not doing heavy weights or anything because I'm not allowed to lift over 30 pounds. But you know, I'm doing the bicep curls and stuff just to get some of the strength back and build up my shoulders a bit more and stuff because you know, I have the 2 torn rotator cuffs and the AC tear in the left, and I want to try to decrease the joint popping and the pain as much as possible, and it is working. I'm gaining a lot of my strength back there. Oh, poor little Twinkie, and she's such a sweetheart, too. That poor dog's got, like, everything against her right now. Trying to shape the toes here. I gotta look at how many toes. Tupper has 3 toes on the back feet. An English Mastiff. Oh, do I want to know, Blue? Play banjo and teach him to square dance. Blue's the resident banjo player, guys. Just so you know. He's really good. Go check out his channel. His music's a little weird and it's very, some of it is a bit anti-religious because of his not religious affiliation. But he's very good. He's a fun singer, and he's got some really good tunes, so. Well, I don't know if that is really a sick way or a sick way. Here we go. Now I'm getting the foot. They don't wear shoes. The trolls do not have shoes. They just go barefoot because their feet are so big. I have a big dragon to finish, but I'm out of wool yarn, red wool, English. Oh, gosh, I haven't played Minecraft in like 4 months, I think. Oh yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I gotta get back to doing Dragon Coast and get, you know, get episode 50 up and running for download, but I just... It's been No Man's Sky or Stardew Valley and just relaxing, and I get home and I don't want to have to do much that's constructive. But I think that part of it is the mood I've been into, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's my thyroid med and my estrogen are probably goofed up. And I don't weather the heat the best either. Oh, I'm sure Spain and Italy are really religious, yeah. I've worked with nurses directly from Italy, and oh yeah. Trying to shape this foot a little bit. All right, now the bottom of the foot. All right, there we go. Yeah, for anybody new here, I'm pagan myself. I identify more as Wiccan, because that's kind of how, well, I can't say I really started out that way, but that's when I dedicated myself, was as Wiccan. And still hold to a lot of that. But I started out as kind of what I'd say is a solitary Christian with a lot of folk magic and stuff like that. German folk magic and German mysticism thrown in, and Native American practices thrown into, just because of the way I was raised. Because we had a lot of Native American influence on the horse farm and everything. So I'm kind of a mixture. I am a solitary. I occasionally go to coven and worship with my friends, but not very often. Real life gets in the way, and that's kind of important anyway, is real life. Yeah. Okay, there's one toe. I could title this needle felting foot fetish. Yeah, we have our pagan pride event every September, and I'm the face painter for that. Well, thank you. It's just random stuff off of YouTube's free music stuff so that I don't deal with copyright strikes and crap. But this song in particular makes me feel like I'm at the Renaissance Festival. That's a big thing in our house, too. We were married at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival in 2015. In full costume. Which I would need to do all the wedding photos in a video because Google Plus is gone now, so I can't refer people to Google Plus to see the wedding pictures. Trying to give some good definition to the toes before I put the pads on the bottom of the foot. Elvor? No, I don't. Let's see what the cat's doing here. Oh. I'm surprised Wraith is leaving my brushes over there alone. Uh-oh, hubby's still inundated with kittens. He's a double cat bed right now. Sometimes getting these shapes is really, really hard. You gotta keep working it and working it until you get the shape you want. There we go. I think I'm ready. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Tez is being imposed upon in a very cute way right now. Warm, furry, fluffy, floofy things. And they're gonna stay very long-haired. All right. Let's get the pads on the bottom of the feet. She's got purple in the hair, so I'm going to give her purple pads. Yeah, some of this music is, I used to live stream Minecraft off of this computer, so some of the music is from my Minecraft streams. This computer really can't handle it, and if I try to live stream off of the camera on this computer, the camera will freeze up, although for regular recording it doesn't. So right now I'm actually live streaming off my phone, and then I've got my chat going on the computer here. I've heard of the Christmas in July thing. My son was always joking though that if it snows at the end of June on his birthday, he quits. And sometimes I swear that's going to be a thing. This I have to go really, really light with my needle strokes because I don't want the wool to go all the way through. So yeah, sometimes these sculptures can take quite a while. That one. So there's one pad. And my husband used to play the cello. We've both done theater, both done choir. My son plays the violin and drums. My daughter plays bass and regular guitar and saxophone. I used to play guitar, except with my hands the way they are now. I gave my daughter my guitars. And I still occasionally play recorder. And I have a new instrument from Africa that I have to learn, and I sing. So, yeah, we're kind of all that way. What are you two doing over there? Oh, get Wraith's tail. I wish I were on yonder hill, 'tis there I'd sit and cry my fill, till every tear would turn a mill. Iscail Cheide to my Vaughan slan, shoo, 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 larun. Shul go secure agus shul go cune, shul go to dress agus saily lum. Iscail Cheide to my Vaughan slan. So yeah, I sing. which is really great considering that I'm a pediatric nurse and I take care of little babies. It's a big hit. Here's another pad. I have various songs that I've done the melodies for and I've recorded them. Oh, definitely Paranoia. I think we should. Pause. Meow. Where are you? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh. Hi, sweetheart. What you doing? Huh? Oh, nobody can see you on camera. You're a kitten. Yeah, you're such a sweet kitten. Purr, purr, purr. You can't have the crystal. It's a little big for you to chew on, baby. There she is. There's your shell. Where are you going? Oh, fine. Leave me. Be that way. Typical cat. Purr, purr, purr. Hand-raised kittens. Purr, purr, purr. Yes. I have to relearn leather and lace then. That's been a long time since I've done that one. Pet the kitty. What is that banging on my door? Wraith, did you do that? That must have been Wraith. Pet the kitty, pet the kitty. She's such a little cutie pie. Not as many cat visitations as I thought I was going to have tonight. And we keep saying with Thomas Wraith in the house that we always have an undead visitation of wraiths. Oh, pagan-oriented would be really, really cool. Of Vitas? If I did, I can't remember. Here I am, playing with those memories again. And just when I thought time had set me free, those thoughts of you keep taunting me, holding you. A feeling I never outgrew. Though each and every part of me has tried, only you can fill that space inside. And there's no sense pretending my heart it's not mending. Just when I thought I was over you, and just when I thought I could stand on my own, oh baby, those memories come crashing through, and I just can't go on without you. Singing hunched over, don't have the breath control. I've heard of them, I just haven't, I don't think I've listened to their music. Not gonna play it, but I'm gonna at least bookmark, look them up so that I remember. They're on YouTube. Oh, that's not, that's somebody who doesn't have any content. Hi, Wild Heart. Okay. A group, Hermanalig. Let's see if I can. Oh, it showed up right away on my Google search. I actually have not watched them. I'm gonna bookmark their channel. No, 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 don't play, don't play. Okay, it's an ad. Whew. No copyright issues. Okay, one morning before the sun rose up, before the birds began to sing, the mountain troll proposed to the handsome young man. She had a false tongue. Sir Manalig, will you be betrothed to me? For that I offer you gifts very gladly. Surely you can answer but yes or no if you wish to or not. To you I wish to give the 12 steeds that go in the grove of roses. Never has there been any saddles upon them, nor bridles in their mouths. Sir Manalig, will you be betrothed to me? For that I offer you gifts very gladly. Surely you can answer but yes or no if you wish to or not. Yeah, the English translation is interesting. I'm going to bookmark that one. I'm going to have to learn that. I'm pretty sure there is a... oh yeah, Hyung, yeah, I've heard them. They're pretty interesting. And then there's another one too that I really, really like, and it's medieval metal. Of course I can't play the song because it's like very copyrighted. Don't want to get that part going, but I'm at least going to share the link. That's not my channel. There we go. Too many windows open. That's my favorite song from that group. Although hubby says it looks like a bunch of German fashion victims. But their music is just, oh, I love it so much. I gotta flatten out that foot pad. I'm not even going to try to determine if it's copyrighted or not, because I had somebody, I went and did one needle felting stream where I was making a Chirin, and I went and looked up royalty-free music to play in the background on YouTube, and it turned out that the video I found, the compilation they had put together, well, they went and said it was royalty free. It actually wasn't. And so I had 50 claims on that video. And, you know, so I demonetized the video because I was just that ticked off. I was like, really? Because they would have all taken the money from it. So that had me pretty horked. So I'm very careful about what I play. And YouTube's even tried before. I have way back in my history, I have a version I did of Scarborough Fair. And I ended up with a copyright claim on it, because the accusation was that I stole the vocals from somebody else. I was on camera singing myself, but supposedly I had stolen the vocal track when it was a cappella, because I had no instruments being played or anything. It was just me standing there singing on camera, but, you know, I had to fight that one. That was, it ended up okay, but it's like, they just get ridiculous, and they'll try to claim anything. Oh, it's gonna get worse. From what I understand, YouTube, the proposal that came from VidCon is that YouTube is now going to say that creator on creator response videos are not going to be allowed, because that's considered harassment and bullying. So responses to like Helton and Amber Lynn and anything else are going to be outlawed. So while I do more medical responses, that just means I'm going to have to really tone down how I approach it, make it that there isn't a exact way to identify who it is I'm talking about. Oh, hi, Taylor. Yeah, the drama content is kind of going, which is fine by me. I don't care one way or the other, honestly. I like to address, I mean, there's certain people that I want to talk about, and the Geek Room wants to have me on to talk about Patriot Nurse and some of the crap that she's spewing. But, I don't know. They're also, they've demonetized a lot of the conspiracy channels and stuff like that, and are, having it where they're not showing up on the search engines and stuff. So it's, I don't know, it's hard to figure out where YouTube is going at this point. So we'll see. So yeah, we're gonna do, I think, that foot. Yeah. I'll start putting a bend in her knee here. Getting the shape in there. Okay. Well, the other thing I need to do is the lines between the toes. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube versus the Flurfers. Yeah, that's the problem with AI analysis, though. I've had to have several of my videos reviewed because, you know, I respond to things that other people are talking about, and because some of it is medical, it ends up coming across as I'm the one with the conspiracy, and so they'll go and have it be as inappropriate content or something like that, and it's like, no, I'm responding to this. And so it's very difficult because, you know, they kind of like to hit me a lot. Like I was talking about, oh crap, there went the needle. I was talking about how people think medicine is bad, and that video right away I had to have that reviewed because it looked like I was the one saying that medicine was bad. So needless to say, the AI picked out the video and flagged it, but yet it wasn't what I was talking about. Because, you know, I'm a nurse, I'm pro let's be smart, you know. But yeah, I had to get that reviewed. Oh yeah. The problem with free speech is that on YouTube, because it's a private company and this is their platform, it really is not a government. It's not a government platform, and they're not receiving government money for it to be an open platform. At that point, the free speech laws do not apply. They can do whatever they want. It's just like, you know, if you're on a college campus, you can only put certain things on their bulletin board in the hallway. You know, they make the rules. And so YouTube is saying, well, this is what we want. And I think part of the problem with YouTube is they're in trouble with their advertisers. And so they've been losing money bad. And so they're cracking down however they can. So it's the corporate control of YouTube. I want to figure out how I can simulcast on Twitch and YouTube at the same time so that I can just, you know, do most of my stuff on Twitch instead. But right now this works. I'm not doing anything they're going to be particularly cranky about anyway. I like it for the business advertising as far as getting my name out there as an artist and stuff, but but YouTube is a hobby, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, Mudbrooker, I missed getting the shot. There were kittens in the kettle. Yeah, that's silencing games or videos for playing games where the music playing is in the game is really silly. That's ridiculous. Okay, a little bit more black there. Oh, the comment section can be just absolutely horrible. I just think it's funny though, if YouTube does follow through, then commenting against flat earth videos and stuff is going to be really difficult to do. Or if you have anybody that's promoting bad science or anti-science or anything like that, it's going to be really super hard to try and do any commentary against it. And like even Fully Raw Christina is kind of the mindset that any sort of criticism is hate. And it's like, no, criticism is, it's not hate, it's criticism. Hi, I digress. Yeah, I haven't really yet. I mean, they don't have the guidelines actually set yet, so we'll see what happens, if it's going to become a thing or not. I am pretty sure it's going to end up becoming a thing. And what I think is funny though is sites like MeWe and stuff are not real competition for YouTube or anything. I mean, they're so terrible. Huh? Yeah, it is a small cauldron. I keep saying a kettle because it sounds cute. Kittens in a kettle. I think I'm going to keep that thing in the house, though. I'm not going to put it in my garden because I set up with pumpkins and everything and have those kittens and Thomas Wraith with that cauldron. It's going to be the best Halloween pictures. That gorgeous shiny black cat of ours and those long-haired black kittens. Oh my gosh. The cuteness is going to be just terrifying. Okay, so we got the pads of her foot. So a little harken to bunny rabbit feet. I try to give her a little more ankle definition here. Right now she's got kind of more cankle than I want her to have. There we go. That's better. Now, so yeah, that was the angle I was gonna go, so let's start there. This is a 3-prong needle tool. I have one up to 12 prongs for really large, you know, mats of wool that I'm working on. But these two, the single prong and the 3-prong, are my go-tos for almost everything. Oh, That is really funny. Okay, princess. That is, you know what? YouTube just went and had show or hide princess on your last comment about the fat cat. Probably because of the word fat. Like, seriously. Fat could be anything. You know? I mean, I just think that's funny that they potentially would block that. That's insane. Fickle? How do you get flagged for the word fickle? Okay, that's weird. It didn't block Mudbrooker. Oh, for Pete's sake. Who collectively gotten so sensitive that everything will be censored. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. And blocked for using proper English. Oh my word, that is just too much. Okay, so I had her going this way, so I need thigh going like that. Okay. Start working that in. She is going to be kind of a coquettish little girl here. Didn't think I was going to have flirting trolls. Adult trolls. Ah! Long as I don't go into the BDSM part of it. Oh, that's funny, Mudbrooker. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for the day that they block Erector Set. Oh, oh. Yeah, I was just gonna approve that one too, Paranoia. Yeah, that one got blocked because of the word. Well, you know, it doesn't mean cigarettes in America, so, you know, yeah. It's a derogatory term in America. Or the proper use actually is also tinder for starting fires. Yeah. I heard that too, that if the comments are inappropriate, they'll demonetize the video. I don't know if that's going to apply to live chat, because that's really hard to police. But definitely in regular comments, yeah, that one I think is actually going to be a thing. Which means that content creators have to police the comments really tightly. Mudbrooker. Yeah, an eruption of content. Yeah, if Twitch is just as police happy as YouTube, then I don't know what you'd do, you know? I wonder in part, though, if that's why Google Hangouts is going down too, not just because they want to go to having it where you have to pay for the program and everything for business use, but also it was harder for them to police the content while there's, you know, a Hangout going on. Oh, yeah. If my channel gets larger, I really hate to see what it's going to be like trying to moderate, but I'm pretty tight on that anyway. But if, like, I miss a single day or something, you know, and if somebody's left derogatory comments or something, then I'd end up with the video demonetized, and I don't think that's fair. I really don't. They're trying to do it completely family friendly and just for the advertisers, and that way they don't lose as much money. That's what it is YouTube is financially in trouble. I really think they are. And it sounds all conspiracy, but okay, that should give me enough right there. See, where did I have this? Okay, now I gotta hold her down. Hold her down, I'm going to poke her in the butt. Ah! I'm gonna make sure I get the leg at the right angle too. There we go. This is the hard part, trying to get everything in the right spot. And sometimes this takes a lot of adjustment at this stage. There we go. Starting to get shape now. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, I digress, that major networks might be behind this over the ad money. Hi, Stu! The wood carving druid, yay! Alright, I gotta look. Oh my gosh! Okay, I just subbed you, Stu. Yeah. Oh yeah, the cheap wireless internet would be just absolutely wonderful. Yeah, Stu, I sometimes wood carve too, but right now there's a car taking up space in the garage where I like to do the wood carving, so I have to set up my basement so that I can wood carve down there, and then just sweep up the shavings afterward. I used to carve with hand chisels, but I've had so many injuries that now I have to do it with just the Dremel, and that makes it a little bit harder sometimes. Still trying to lock in her thigh here. Oh, Princess, you're on Discord too, huh? The pink thing? Oh, yeah, that's the 3-pronged needle. It does look pretty excited as it wiggles around. Look at that. Okay. She's gonna look a little weird for a while. This is a bit of a process. There we go. And she's gonna look very weird until she has arms. Yeah, I'd be doing more live streams, but it's like right now I'm working 6 days a week, 2 12-hour shifts, 2 9-hour shifts, and 2 8 hours. So my time just gets really tight. Yeah. Night, Wild Heart. Have a good sleep. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, you still got kind of the same, all the Mediterranean areas, you know, they do have similar bloodlines and shared genetics and stuff from that region, so, you know, an Italian's gonna have a little bit more Hispanic look sometimes, and vice versa. Especially for somebody who's not used to dealing with people from Europe, they're not going to know, and they're going to, you know, make assumptions that that person might be Hispanic or something, so. This is going to be a challenge. I'm going to lock that position in. There, got it. That's what I want. Oh my gosh, she's actually sitting with one leg. Awesome. That's cool. That's very cool. All right, well, it is almost 9 o'clock, so we've been going for nearly 2.5 hours. Yeah. Bloodlines are bloodlines, you know. I'm quite German by blood. Very, 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 very German by blood. I gotta get ready for work yet. And try to get the energy to work out yet. But I think we've made some progress. So yeah, she's coming out pretty cute. I'm gonna go for that whole coquettish thing, and there's probably gonna be one entire live stream trying to dress her. Should be interesting. She is very cute. She's coming out very cute. What? So yeah, I think we're gonna call it, because real life is in the way. So I just want to say thank you guys for popping in tonight. Thank you for the super chat. And you guys all have a fantastic night and get plenty of sleep for me. I'll be awake wishing I was asleep. So thank you, everybody. Blessed be. Have a fantastic night. How do I stop this crazy thing?